Good evening, everyone. I'm doing an updated video on how to prepare and take molecular hydrogen. I've been getting a lot of questions about it. The one I did a few months ago was only about how to prepare molecular hydrogen. Hi, Lexi. So molecular hydrogen, you'll know I speak about it a lot. It's one of the best molecules out there for inflammation especially. But a lot of people ask me, how do you make it? How do you take it? Do you take it with foods? Like, what do you do? So you'll have to excuse me if my hands are shaking a bit because I'm going to be swapping the camera around and making the molecular hydrogen. First things first is we always take molecular hydrogen on an empty stomach. If you take molecular hydrogen with food, then the hydrogen is going to disperse into that food and boom, nothing will happen. Now, when we take molecular hydrogen, we want to consume it as fast as possible because hydrogen, right now, as far as we know, it's the lightest molecule or element in the universe. So it's very, very, very tiny and it penetrates into pretty much everything. It's so strong it even reduces metals. Like, hydrogen is awesome, but we need to consume it really, really fast. Also, when you do consume hydrogen, it's dispersed throughout your whole body and all your tissues within 10 minutes. So not like a regular supplement that will depend on speed of digestion. Molecular hydrogen is really, really fast at dispersing. So within 10 minutes, you've got that hydrogen dispersed across your body through all of your tissues. And then within an hour, that hydrogen is gone. So this is why some people, depending on the issue and the disease, and some researchers and scientists, they might take hydrogen multiple times a day, and there's no harm in that at all. So sometimes I'll take molecular hydrogen sporadically during the day if my inflammation is quite bad, or if I have a migraine, or I'm pretty in tune with my body, so I'll know how to take it. But generally always in a fasted state. So I take my hydrogen as soon as I wake up in the morning. It's the very first thing that I do. And then depending on my health or my state, I might take it later on before bed too. But I'm going to turn the camera around and prepare it. So we take molecular hydrogen always on an empty stomach. And then you only need to wait about 10 minutes or so before you have anything else like your green tea in the morning or coffee or whatever it is. So you want to give it that 10 minutes to disperse through all your tissues and then go ahead and take whatever else you want to take. And also, hydrogen is neutral. It is a neutral atom. So if you were to take Synthroid or some other medication after it, there will be no interaction whatsoever, and hydrogen is even very safe during pregnancy, so at all stages of life. So I'm going to turn this camera around. Okay. So you can see here is my hydrogen. This is a hydrogen tablet, and it's bound to elemental magnesium, which is the most bioavailable form of magnesium you can get. I use Aquaplana to make my hydrogen. So here I've got about 200 mils. And this powder that you can see around the glass, that's residue from the hydrogen I did earlier. Well, that's actually elemental magnesium. Now, on the side of that, if you were to like rub your finger on it and lick it, it would taste metallic. So here is the hydrogen I'm using now. I'm using Dr. Mercola's. And this is the same as the hydrogen rich water brand. It's actually the same company that makes both of them. So they're the same, except with the Dr. Mercola one, you get more for the same price. So I'm going to drop my hydrogen into the water, and immediately you'll see it starts fizzing up. So I'm going to put a saucer, or I usually put a glass lunchbox Pyrex on top of it so that I can keep an eye on it. Now you can see the hydrogen here is it's fizzing and it's pretty much breaking down. So the hydrogen and the magnesium, they interact with the water molecules, and that creates this gas that you're seeing. Now the reason that we put this container or saucer on the top of the glass is because hydrogen is the lightest element in the universe, that it will escape really fast into the atmosphere and you will not get the concentration that you want in the water. Now you need to keep an eye on the hydrogen as it breaks down in the water. It usually takes at room temperature about 90 seconds, and we want to keep an eye on the top of the water there. When we see the last of that tablet get to the top of the water, that's when we're going to consume it. But I'm going to delay it a second just so you can see. So you can see now the tablet's coming up the top there, and there it fizzes. And right now is where you want to start drinking it. So I'm going to turn it around. So I take this off, and you're going to drink it as fast as possible. Okay, so you drink your hydrogen as fast as possible because it will escape into the atmosphere and you will not get that concentration that we want you to get within this mixture of the water and the magnesium and the hydrogen. So as fast as possible, it takes about 90 seconds for the hydrogen to dissolve. As soon as you see that tablet come to the top or the head of the water and it's starting to break down at the top, it's perfectly fine to drink it then and even get some of the solid hydrogen tablet into your system. It will dissolve inside you and it's very safe. And now within 10 minutes, as we speak right now, that hydrogen is very readily and fast dispersing throughout my system and all of my tissues, and within 10 minutes then it'll be done. It'll be doing its job, and then I can go ahead and make my evening tea or whatever I'm going to do. So for my own reasons, I like to mix my hydrogen in Aqua Panna, and if I don't have Aqua Panna, I usually use Voss. They're very clean waters, and most of you know that I'm quite obsessed with disease prevention, so that's why I choose very, very clean water. It's lower in deuterium, it's got a better mineral profile, it's a lot cleaner. So but otherwise you can use other water, but you want it to be room temperature, not warm, not cold, room temperature. If you have very cold water, it'll take longer for the molecular hydrogen to dissolve in the water, and it might even taste a bit more metallic. And it's very normal for hydrogen to taste a little bit metallic because of that elemental magnesium that it has in it. So that's quite normal. It's very safe. Elemental magnesium is the most bioavailable form of magnesium that you can get. So when you're taking hydrogen, not only are you getting the hydrogen and the hydration, but you're also getting this very bioavailable form of elemental magnesium. I've done lots and lots of videos and posts on the benefits of hydrogen, from longevity to addressing fatty liver disease, to addressing gout and kidney stones, to having beautiful skin and hair. Like, it's endless, the benefits of hydrogen. So for those of you that are taking it and that have bought it and have asked me how to take it, hopefully this video answered everything. And if it didn't, post your question below and I will answer it. Okay, bye.